In this video, I'll be covering question 1 part D from the 2012 AP Calculus AB Free Response Calculator Required portion of the exam. I cover parts A, B, C, and D all in their own individual videos, so if you want to see those other solutions, please check out my other videos. Alright, so looking at this problem, they're telling us that for this gap here from 20 to 25, the function W that models our water and temperature has a first derivative given by this equation right here. And they want to know what is the temperature of the water at time t equals 25. What we have going on here when we want to approximate this out is we're going to take and we want to know really what is W of 25 equal. What is that water temperature at 25? Well, we know the temperature of the water at this moment 20, which is convenient because this formula down here starts at 20 and goes to 25. And when we want the total amount of change, the total, a lot of times you think about it as total displacement, you would take an integral of that, a definite integral. So what we'll do is we'll take 71 and we'll add to it the definite integral starting at 20 and going to 25 of that equation that they gave us right there. So square root of t cosine of 0.06t dt. The great news for us is we are on a calculator required section, so we can actually do the integral part of this real quick and easy. So to find this integral, what you would do is step one, you're going to go into your y equals and you are going to toss in that equation. Everywhere you see those t's, when we're graphing stuff, you always just want to replace them with an x. I know that there's a way to do this on the front of the calculator, but I will tell you that using the graphing area of your calculator to do a lot of this work is going to be almost always your best option. So then step two, we're going to hit graph. The one thing we have to be careful of is our window needs to be large enough. We need our x values to be large enough to take in our bounds that they give us here. So we've got to be bigger than that upper bound of 25. So I would just set my x max out to 30. After we graph it, we're then going to go into the calc menu. We'll hit second, calc, and then inside the calc menu we're going to choose the number 7 option, which is integral of f of x dx. The calculator will ask us a couple of questions, and then out of the bottom it will say integral of f of x dx equals, and that will be our answer for the integral, and we'll add that number to 71 to get our final answer. So we open up our calculator, go to our y equals. We're talking sines and cosines here. Remember that this whole entire test is in radian mode. Your calculator should be default set to that, but if it's not, set it at the very beginning of your test and don't change it. So we'll enter in this equation. So 0.4 square root of x and then push out. We get cosine of 0.06x, close it. And now we're going to graph that. And then my window isn't right, so I need to adjust the window, put that X max, I hit the window button at the very top there, hit the X max out to 30. I adjust the scale on mine. You'll see me do that in all my videos. I just like, that's where the tick marks are on the graph. I just like pretty looking graphs. It's my thing. So then I graph it. There's our graph, and now we're going to calculate that integral. So we hit second, calc, choose the number 7 option in that menu, which is the integral of f of x dx, hit enter. It's going to ask me for a lower limit first. So the lower limit is 20. So I type in 20, I hit enter. And then at the bottom of the screen there, it asks me for an upper limit. My upper limit is 25. So I type in 25 and hit enter. It shades it in, which is fine, but not really important. And then at the bottom of the screen, it's telling us that the integral of f of x dx equals 2.043. So when we're going for our final answers on an AP Calc test, we just want to make sure that we take it to 3 decimals. That's kind of their standard. So W of 25 then is going to equal 71 plus this value that we just got out, which is 2.043. You know, we could probably do that real quick in our head and get out 73.043, but if you need to, you can just go grab your calculator, add those values together, and we get 73.043. And that would be our final answer. So on this one, they would have given us 1 point for kind of doing this integral process and getting that whole thing set up and going. Then we would have gotten an additional 1 point for putting it all together for our final answer. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please click that like button and subscribe. And also share it with your friends and anyone else you know who might be crying about an upcoming AP Calc test. You can find more videos from me, more sample AP Calc questions, and my complete AP Calc study guide over at my website, apcalcprep.com. Have a great one.